Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be taking a look at a Minecraft set number 21173, the Sky Tower, with 565 pieces. This set retails for $69.99 USD or $70. A little bit expensive considering it only has 4 characters, but it's still a pretty great set nonetheless. Let's look at all 4 of those characters first before moving on to the build of the set. The exclusive skin for this set is called the Pilot, and they're a very interesting character. They also mark the return of the Elytra, which is a very, very great piece that's only appeared in one set before. They also have a Trident, as well as a build for a firework rocket, which is so cute to see. They also have a netherite helmet and netherite leggings, which is great. We love getting the netherite armor in more places than what it's appeared in so far. Unfortunately, there's no chestplate included. I would have loved if there was an armor stand inside the set with the chestplate to get a full set of armor, but I understand they want to keep that piece exclusive to the one set it appears in. Pulling off all of their accessories, you can see the printing on the character is truly phenomenal. They have some great aviator goggles up there, along with a very nice reddish-brown head. Orange, burnt orange. They've got teal arms to match the coloring of their actual house, and then there's some really great textured printing there on the vest, along with some nice brass button designs, and that continues onto the back with some more buttons and line designs. Very detailed minifigure, of course, no light printing because they're wearing armor, but the torso and head are incredibly great pieces nonetheless. This set also includes a yellow cat, which is great to see, and the printing on the head is pretty nice, very nice nose design. It's a very basic cat, just 2 colors. The yellow is great. I love how they added the white square on the tail there, but it might have been better to add another yellow one just so it looks more smooth instead of kind of jagged like that. But I do understand that it's not really necessary, but I would have maybe preferred it. Cat's a great build, doesn't really add or detract anything to the set. Who are we kidding? It adds a lot to this set. I'm really glad to get another cat in Minecraft. It's about time. We finally have phantoms. There are 2 of these mobs included in the set, which is phenomenal. Really, the ideal number probably would have been 3, considering they usually attack you in 3s, I believe. But, I mean, it's nice enough to get 2 here. It's a really great design, and both of them do come with these translucent pieces for display, so you can actually have them flying around. The characters are a lot more basic than I maybe would have liked, and it's unfortunate we don't have a representation of a phantom membrane here. They do have a very nice print on a flat 1x2 tile in the front there. Aside from that, they're just very basic. You can pose the wings, pose the tail, pose the head. They're very posable mobs, but they're also very, very plain and simplistic, and I definitely think a better design could have been reached at some point. They're still really great to get, don't get me wrong, and I'm really glad we have 2, but they leave a little bit of room to be desired. Now, the fun part about this set is that it's actually modular, which I was not expecting in the slightest. Now, there's several different sections here that come apart and that you can rearrange. The first of which is actually the Sky Tower. It comes off of its green base there, and then the roof also gets removed, and you can have 3 separate pieces there. The roof of the actual house also comes off, and you can pull that very simply. And now you have, 5, 6 different sections? And you can also recombine them in several different ways. You can take the top of the Sky Tower and use it as a bottom base as well. And then you can take the roof from the actual house and put it on top of the tower. And then if you're feeling extra spicy, you can put that entire contraption on top of the building. And then you have just 2 little grass platforms on either side of the new contraption. And that looks pretty great, although it's very, very tall. That being said, I don't really like it as much because it's, I don't know, you have these weird floating platforms that don't really lend anything to it, and I do kind of like having the completed house and then a separate little tower section. I think that just kind of works better and leads to a better display. However, you can modularize and kind of take, is that a word? Modularize? I don't know. You can kind of take this apart and build whatever you want, although, of course, this garden section is not included in that and can't be really reconnected or reconfigured into anything else. The main part of the build is going to be the player's house, the Sky House, which is honestly a pretty decent structure for like Minecraft builds, although I'm not entirely sure how you would go about crafting some of these materials, like especially the black piping here. I'm not sure what material you would use for that. Maybe it's supposed to be black stone walls. Well, I'm not entirely sure. You do have 2 very nice soul lanterns outside of the house, as well as an iron door, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, I don't see a way to open said iron door. There's no pressure plates or buttons, so it's not really a house you can get into. There's a nice vine here, which I guess is supposed to be how you get up. Either you fly up with the elytra or you climb the vine. There's also some pretty nice like white cloud pieces underneath the house, as well as like clear pieces that are either supposed to represent glass or just show that it's floating. Either one works because that's also the piece used to represent glass. There's a pretty cool chimney going off the side here, which uses the same build at the top here that they use for a Minecraft cauldron. So I'm not sure if they used a cauldron as a decoration block there or not, but if they did, that's honestly pretty ingenious. The roof does detach, like I showed you earlier. There's no studs there, so it just settles on. So if you're kind of wobbling this around, it will kind of pop off pretty easily. I believe they use either warped or copper stairs to make the roof structure because of the blue designs. It's not something I would usually pick for a house, but I mean, it works, and it's a really stunning color for Lego. It's just maybe not the most accurate Minecraft build. The door does open, however, you can't really do much in there, so you're much better at going through the set from the top here. There's not much in there. There's no bed or anything, which is a bit unfortunate. There is a barrel with a single fish, a crafting table, an anvil, a grindstone, and then a furnace. There is no unlit option, so the furnace is built into the wall. It's only the lit option, and it kind of leads right into the chimney, which is a pretty cool feature. There's no glass in the windows here. They're just completely open. You can go straight through them. Not sure why I definitely would be putting glass in my houses if I ever made one in Minecraft. The grindstone build is actually pretty ingenious. I love the way that's constructed. I don't think I have a grindstone in my collection, so it's really nice to get here. And that's a really great and smart building technique. The anvil is nothing new. We've taken a look at a couple of those on the channel before, but it's still it's still built a little unsteadily. I mean, knock it, the entire head will come off. And the crafting table is exactly what you'd expect. This is a very nice building, and from the exterior, it looks pretty great. The combinations of tan and that like nice teal blue are really, really great. Next up, we have the 4 different sections for the Sky Tower. These 2 bases are built exactly the same, with the exception of one has a vine in the front. The other one just has a little waterfall. I guess that's also a way you could use to get up to the set, the building, as opposed to just using the vines. The garden on the top has some very nice potatoes and beetroots growing. Not sure why you'd ever want to grow beetroots, but hey, they're here. Aside from that, it's really just a very basic floating grass platform. This one's even more so basic. There's nothing on top except for a couple of platform pieces there, and those are to use to attach the actual tower to if you wanted to do that, which is honestly quite fun. I do enjoy kind of moving that around. The vines here on a hinge piece, so you can move them around if you want or detach them. And of course, there's vines going all the way up both sides of this pillar as well. This uses the exact same structure as the house, the black posts as well as the stairs, this time inverted, which is pretty nice. Aside from that, there's really nothing else to the top of the Sky Tower. It's a very basic design. There's a lot of standing room inside. When you put the roof on, you do have a sizable amount of space for a minifigure there. Speaking of the roof, it's just a rim of black walls, I guess. I'm not exactly sure how you go about making this one in Minecraft either, unless you use black stone walls. I think that'd probably work, although this might not be the best textured piece for them. All in all, the Sky Tower is a very interesting section. I do kind of like it, well, I definitely prefer the house more so to these builds. I love the box for this set. It's actually pretty unique to have the set like floating on these giant clouds here all the way above a huge Minecraft terrain. It's incredibly zoomed out and very, very clear too, and you get a huge look at like the biomes and everything. Phenomenal. We also have the Phantom advertising the set in the bottom corner there, along with all of the characters listed on the top. Noticeably, they do include both other Phantoms here. Usually Minecraft only does one picture and then just does a 2x, but they included multiple there, probably because they know there's not enough mobs in the set to support the price. Oops. Anyway, on the back of the set, it showcases the different combinations you can do. You can recombine the set into a larger tower, feed the fish, open the unopenable iron door, and of course take the roof off and then fly over to the garden. Pretty great box art, all things considered. Certainly inaccurate considering the iron door is open and there's no way to actually do that with redstone, but you know, it is what it is. Here's the instruction manual. It's a very, very large style. We got the same picture on the front here. We got the windman on the back, parts list on the inside, and then an advertisement for the other sets of the wave. You should be able to see reviews for those 2 sets out right now, and I have no intention of getting the jungle treehouse, so you won't be seeing a review for that. There's no progress bar, and it's a very nice manual. Look how good this box art, wow. Look how good this manual art is. Isn't it a shame we're never going to get this again? Overall, I would have to rate this set a solid 6 out of 10. It's a very decent entry into the Minecraft line and gives us a brand new exclusive mob, that being the Phantom. However, for $70, it feels a little overpriced considering there's a lot of other cheaper sets that contain a lot more mobs than this one. I feel like if you included maybe like a zombie, a skeleton, another player, some other character, it would feel a little more worth it. Also clocking at just under 600 pieces, $70 does feel a bit steep. The build is pretty solid, however, it being like a Sky Tower, it's a little difficult to integrate this into your other Minecraft sets, and you do kind of have to do a bit of modification to get rid of like the clouds and the floating glass pieces underneath if you actually want this to be a real part of your world, which isn't always the best option. That being said, I definitely think it's still a decent set and worth buying. I would definitely, though, wait until it goes on sale at some point. That being said, I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a fantastic and safe rest of your day. I'll catch you all in the very next video.